Hey everyone, Scott Hansen here from NFL Red Zone, and you're watching the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. 1 hour of commercial-free podcasting starts now. Enjoy the show.
Take it away, Shoners.
All right, welcome back to the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. The gang is all here. First time in a while, it feels like. We're bringing you our updated quarterback rankings heading into this season. Maybe about a month ago, we did some early quarterback rankings, just kind of a rough draft. At this point, we've updated them since then. We may change these still a bit as we get closer, but we will put our rankings on our website, so you will have our rankings live in the coming weeks, so definitely keep an eye out for those. But today we are just going to be going through some of our discrepancies now that we have updated those ranks, going through some draft targets and wrapping up with some trivia with Q. So without further ado, let's just get started. Let's talk some quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Don't need to talk too much strategy for the draft, but in general, do you guys prefer taking one of the first few elite quarterbacks somewhere in the middle or grabbing the back end quarterbacks? Because quarterbacks feel a little deep right now.
I'm a back end guy. It's just me.
Yeah, I'm usually a back end. But
Okay. Good.
I was just going to say this year, I feel like I'm going to end up reaching on a quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to help myself.
There's some juicers.
I think Jalen Hurts at his current ADP is just super juice.
What's his ADP?
30th overall.
Oh my god.
So like mid to late third.
He's
No,
not.
that's-
He's not falling to that in our draft.
No way. But like if I'm getting him in another league at mid to late third, like I'm eating that up. Eagles bias obviously is going to carry him up in most of the drafts I'm in. But if you're out there in a league where you're not in an Eagles bias league, Jalen Hurts at that price is a steal. He's probably the only one I'm looking at there. And then I might end up in like this middle tier because they're kind of like not that bad. Like I kind of really like the middle tier here. So we'll get into those guys in a minute. But I assume it depends on who your quarterback is. Like if you have Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, probably doesn't matter as much. But I did want to ask, how do you guys feel about grabbing backup quarterbacks? Do you feel like that is like more of a necessity now in this day and age? Because I feel like in the past it was like a keep that open bench spot for another guy. What do you think?
They're just because they're so deep, it's like it's not too bad to have the backup just for like some leverage on another team. But I'm not looking to draft I'm not going in draft day looking to get a second quarterback unless I'm gonna fuck somebody over.
I like drafting too. I mean, I took a shot last year. I drafted Brock Purdy as a backup, and that was some juicy trade value there. So, huh?
Who was your starter?
I don't remember. I think it was. I wanted Aaron Rodgers, and Sean
I think it was
sniped
Geno.
me. Oh my god, it was Geno.
Oh yeah, that works then.
Yeah.
But
So like
if I get like Hurts, I'm not looking to draft a backup.
yeah, I would agree with that sentiment. I think like if I'm getting one of those early studs, I'm not too worried about it. But like if I'm even dipping into like the later tier, like Kyler Murray's injury risk, or even like just having insurance for
Tua?
if Jordan Love isn't that good, or Anthony Richardson, like all those guys, I feel way better about grabbing just like Jared Goff on the back end, or Kirk, or Justin Herbert, or whoever, just to have insurance just in case. Yeah, I
Tua.
mentioned Kirk.
Tua.
I said
Kirk's-
Stafford.
Oh, Stafford too. Yeah,
Ew, you can have him.
Stafford's
I'll take
gonna be
Staff.
nice.
Stinks.
He'll be decent.
Stinks.
He'll be top 10.
top
Bold
10.
take. You're bugging.
I'm not.
You're
I'd probably
bugging.
ride that.
No way.
They throw the ball so much.
Yeah,
think there's a
he's got
chance.
Puka and Cooper Cup.
Or have you seen the other quarterbacks, bro? There's no way that only
Yeah,
9 of them
but
are beating out
Shit
Staff.
happens.
All right, who
Shit
was not?
happens.
He might finish over Mahomes.
Oh my god,
He's got better weapons than Mahomes.
dude!
Who cares about the weapons?
What are we
You should have
doing
said
here?
let's grab Mahomes.
What are we doing?
All right, let's move on to our discrepancies. Starting all the way at the tippy top, Josh Allen. Matt, you are all in on Josh Allen with the consensus at QB1, Q at 2, me and T-Gods down at 3. He is going quarterback 1, 20th overall, so early to mid second. Some people are reaching for him. Actually, that's later second, so like mid to late second. Some people reach for him towards the like early second, but we're splitting hairs here. Matt, why are you still bought in on Josh Allen as QB1?
Just his rushing ability. I mean, even last year, the passing game wasn't all that there, and he still finished QB1. Has been QB1 3 out of the past 4 years. And I mean, if he can do something with the young receiving core, obviously he's going to be able to do it with his legs. I think he's going to be just fine. It's hard to pass up on Josh Allen at 1.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I think maybe 2 of the. You said he finished the first 3 years.
Yeah,
3 out of the last 4.
I feel like 2 of those years, he had no business finishing number 1, or at least I didn't know that he finished number 1. Like last year, definitely didn't.
Like some games, he'll just go dummy, and you're just watching him, and it's like touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
Yeah, gross. I mean, he was 40 points better than any quarterback last year.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Which is nuts. And then I think obviously we're all still very high on him. I have him at 3. He was QB2 the year before that, and he still had a better season than when he was QB1 this past season. So Josh Allen, I think he'll be fine. I think the only thing I'm worried about is obviously losing Diggs, just like the passing game. How far down is it going to go? He's still going to be top 3 quarterback, most likely, but just took a little bit of a risk on some other guys there personally.
Yep, Matt Collins. They're good.
Quick question in the chat, interrupting the quarterback chatting. If you had to keep one, Brandon Ayuk or Devonta Smith?
Mitty.
It's close.
It is super
both,
close.
But I gotta go Smith.
I think the upside is with Ayuk, but I love Smitty. I would keep Smitty.
It's so close, honestly. I think the upside is with Ayuk too, though. I mean, obviously the clarity on Ayuk's situation right now sucks. So like, you don't know where he's going to go, what offense he could be in. He could still be in the same offense and be top 15 again easily. So there's some up and down there. I definitely would have Ayuk ranked a little bit higher if I knew he was going to be there, but I got Ayuk 18, Smitty 20, so we're splitting hairs. And a lot of people have them higher too, so.
Yep. Smitty.
Both good. All right. Moving on to Lamar Jackson. Me and T-Gods have him all the way up at QB2, Matt at 3, and Q down at 5. His current ADP is QB4, 38th overall. So we all have him consensus top 3. Q, you have him at 5. You are the closest to his ADP, I guess. I guess Matt is too. Any reason you have Lamar a bit lower than us?
Obviously, Derrick Henry will play a part in the running game. And did they add somebody? I don't think did they add somebody?
I think they got I think they drafted a rookie wide receiver.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah. So no change to the passing game. Obviously, what's his name is good.
Zay?
Sorry.
Mark
Zay.
Andrews.
But Mark Andrews too. Jesus. But yeah, Derrick Henry's gonna set him back a little. But
they got Aguilar too, so don't sleep on him.
True. But yeah, I'll still be top 5 for me. I like Stroud's upside more than Lamar.
Yeah. That leads right into the next one. Me and T-God's obviously higher on Lamar here. We're all in. Ravens offense going to be fun. But that does lead right into CJ Stroud, because you do have him higher than all of us at 3. Matt at 4. T-God's, you're at 5. And I am down at 7 still. I had him at 7 when we talked about it about a month ago. I went through my rankings again, and I just couldn't justify moving him up any higher personally. So I guess I'll start. It's more of just like the guys around him that I like more. I still think CJ Stroud easily has top 5 potential. This offense got better. It didn't get any worse. I do think they are going to maybe rely a little bit more on the run with Joe Mixon in the backfield than they did in the past. They have D'Amico Ryans, which is a run-first head coach, defensive-minded head coach in general. So if they're able to run, I'm sure they will. But obviously adding Stephon Diggs in the offseason, getting Tank Dell back, having Nico Collins is still going to be huge upside here. But I think I just like the guys I have ahead a little bit more. That was the only thing that was really struggling. Like, I'm still taking Mahomes over him for sure. I'm still taking Burrow over him. I'm still taking Jordan Love over him, which we will get into.
That's wild.
In a little bit.
That's insane.
I don't know
The
about
Jordan
that one.
Love hype over like half a season has gotten way out of hand.
I have them
Out
at
of
6
line.
and 7.
It's like
I'll
insane.
justify the Jordan love in a little bit, but that's
you better have something
personally where I
good.
got him. I do. Stay tuned for that. Q, why are you so high on CJ Stroud? Just the addition of Diggs bringing up this entire offense, pretty much.
Yeah, it's such a great. I think Joe Mixon is a downgrade to last year. Now they have Damian Pierce and Joe Mixon rather than Devin Singletary and Damian Pierce. So
You can't even say those straight face.
they're not going to rely on the run game, and obviously the addition of Diggs is just there's weapons everywhere, even Dalton Schultz. So definitely has better weapons than Jordan Love, and overall just a better player than Jordan Love. I hate that I have Jordan Love so high, and I guess I'm getting into this early, but I don't see the hype. I think I just hopped on the train, but I'm about to just jump off.
You guys are crazy. All right, let's just skip to Jordan Love before we do Anthony Richardson.
Hell yeah.
I got him at 6. Q and T Gods have him at 8. Matt has him at 9. His ADP is QB 9, 73rd overall. So Matt's right with consensus. You guys are still higher. I'm the highest, obviously. I think it sounds crazy, but last year was Jordan Love's basically his rookie season. He played 4 games here, 6 games there. Like, this was his first full season as the starter here. And I'm arguing that I think it was better than Stroud's rookie season last year. If he was in the rookie of the year running, I think Jordan Love would have had a legitimate shot at winning that over Stroud, especially with Stroud missing 2 games. I think that hurt him. Jordan Love scored 36 total touchdowns compared to 26 for Stroud. He did miss 2 games. That maybe puts him around 30. Similar yardage totals. And Jordan Love was throwing to a bunch of unknown wide receivers. I think both are extremely talented, but now he gets Jayden Reed, who's now established. Took him pretty much half the season to get caught up to speed on this offense. Christian Watson missed half the season. Now he's fully healthy. Now both of these rookie tight ends last year that are now have both established themselves. Once one got hurt, the other one was able to catch with Tucker Kraft and I'm forgetting the other guy's name.
Luke Musgrave.
Yeah, Luke Musgrave. Both were very solid. And they added Josh Jacobs in the backfield. I still think this Packers offense is going to be elite. I could see Love pushing top 5, baby.
Elite is crazy.
Either Nico Collins broke out last year, and Tank Dell was a rookie. And
yeah, and I think
no,
both of them had great seasons, but I think Nico Collins and Tank Dell, I guess it's pretty much the same situation, like either way. But 36 touchdowns to 26. Jordan Love was able to run the ball a little bit better. The offense, I just liked it better. I don't know. Well, it's close. We're splitting hairs. I have them at 6 and 7. I think both of them have top 5 potential. I just didn't want to put them over the established of Burrow, Mahomes, Lamar, and Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. I think those are the clear-cut top 5 in my opinion. But that's just me. Might be a little crazy. Maybe Stroud should be over Love, but I'm not putting Stroud in my top 5 yet. I want to see it again.
All right.
I want to see it again
you
too.
put up a good argument, but
I don't agree.
I think that Texans offense is going to be twice as good as the
Dummy,
Packers
stupid.
offense.
I just think Diggs also lost a step, man. He showed it last year.
Even if he
This one
did,
is-
it's fine if he
Yeah,
did.
Diggs is going to draw the double coverage while Tank Dell and Nico Collins are going crazy down the field.
I hope so. I hope you guys are right. I hope I'm just proven blown out of the water wrong.
I hope
I
so.
obviously would be not upset, but I just really like Jordan Love too. So I'm in that.
Diggs
I'm in
is a
the
lost step.
minority here.
All of the Packers wide receivers.
Yeah, I would think so too. I think the Packers wide receivers, I'm just happy they now have another year of experience under their belt where, like, yes, he does get Diggs, but Jayden Reed also, I think, is going to push for an elite wide receiver type season this year as well.
And
Are you
Chris
comparing
Watson still
Stephon
played.
Diggs to Jayden Reed?
I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying he could put up a good season.
Christian Watson still hasn't played enough games to like equal a regular season.
Yeah, I know. But he is healthy now. Last year he wasn't coming into the season.
Bro,
healthy,
come
so
on.
We'll
He's
see.
never healthy.
I know.
Never.
All right. Hot takeover. Anthony Richardson. Matt, you have him at 7. I have him at 9. Q, you have him at 10. T God's at 11. His ADP is QB 6. 52nd overall, only 4 picks after CJ Stroud, which I think is honestly absurd. We are all fading Anthony Richardson in our ranks. All of us are lower. T God's a Q, why are you guys the lowest of us on A-Rich compared to ADP here?
Because his sample size is, what, 4.5 games?
Can you
Yeah.
use injury for the ADP? Because that's scary. That man was getting hurt every game.
Yeah, he was
he
running
plays
amok.
so reckless. Like, I would love to have him like as a backup, but I mean, obviously, if he's going at 6, like there's no shot of that. But I don't know. Maybe like if you really want him, maybe you could draft like him and like Tua. Go back and forth between who gets hurt every week. But both startable and both are good. Like I am excited to see Anthony Richardson. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm definitely lower with you guys as well than consensus. I think it's gotten out of control. But yeah, if you're drafting Anthony Richardson, you're drafting a contingency plan as well. You cannot just draft Anthony Richardson as your only quarterback this year.
What does he do well? Because he only has Michael Pittman, so like he has one weapon.
He fucking runs the ball, boy. He's a bulldozer.
He had
like
4 touchdowns.
He wouldn't be getting every time.
He had 4 rushing touchdowns in 4 games last year. Also had 3 passing touchdowns. So like, obviously it was just like exciting, and he had a couple, and that's wasn't even 4 full games. I think he missed parts of 2 of those games or whatever. So, when he was on the field, it felt electric, but he was not on the field nearly enough to justify his ADP.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Insane. All right, let's move on to Dak Prescott. T Guys and Q, you got him at 7. Matt, you got him at 8. I got him at 10. His ADP is QB 8, 71st overall. So Matt sticking to the script. I guess I'll start again as the hater here. Dak's still very good. Still think he's going to be a top 10 quarterback. I think he's closer to 10 than 5 for me. Only finished top 5 twice, which was last season. But Brandon Cook's another year older. O-line took a hit. No additional weapons really added.
Michael Gallup retired.
Oh yeah, that's their biggest loss. Michael Gallup retiring.
That was my boy.
Yeah. Don't hate on Brandon Cooks. He had a slow start. He was okay. He had 8 touchdowns, 650 yards. He was okay.
All right, 8 touchdowns is nice. I wasn't aware of that.
I think that was his most touchdowns in his career.
No way.
2015 he had 9. So that was second highest. But yeah, I think there just wasn't anything exciting for me for the Cowboys offseason for me to be like, yeah, Dak has certified himself as top 5. He's going to continue to be top 5. Like CD's going to probably have 2,000 yards, and then Dak's going to throw for like 4,000. Like there's just nowhere else to go. I think Ferguson's solid, but I don't think he's like a difference maker. So that's the only reason I'm a little bit lower, just less sexy than some of the other guys with more upside, I would say.
The team is the same though, so obviously he'll finish top 5 again.
Yeah.
Except for Zeke, that's the only.
And they got old ass Zeke. They're not going to be running it as much.
Yeah, but not like Pollard was even running it much. He was getting like 14 carries a game.
If that.
So they were loving Rico Dowdle and
oh my god,
fucking other bull.
Yeah, the O line I think is probably the biggest here. It's just like they lost a few pieces there that could make it a little bit harder for him to have more time in the pocket. But we'll see. I think he'll be just fine. I still think he's going to be top 10. I just think he's going to be like between 7 to 10, a little bit of touchdown regression there. You guys were all ADP, so all good there. Kyler Murray, again, I got him at 8. You guys all hate. T-God's 12, Matt 12, Q 13. His ADP's QB 10, which splits the difference between us. 75th overall. We all know I love Kyler, so why do you guys not like Kyler heading into the season? Maybe not like, but why do you have lower
Why do you think?
Very short.
Very
Ugly.
short. Shit at COD.
The only real weapon he has is
Midget face.
a rookie receiver
Who
I expect really good, but he can't do it all by himself. Kyler's gonna need and he has Trey McBride, but other than that, it's
pretty good duo. Pretty good.
Okay, it's a duo. You need more than 2 fucking people to throw to.
I agree.
He loves getting hurt.
They got Zay Jones.
If he starts running, he's who knows? Maybe he's slower now.
He ain't slower. He's
definitely
healthy
a little bit slower.
Got
to be a little bit slower, dude.
I guess we'll see. He looked pretty spry even last year coming off the injury. Now he's fully healthy, fully back to full strength. My man is still only 26 years old. Says him. Said he's back to 100%.
Players be lying.
Fully healthy entering training camp as of 8 days ago. The lateral explosion is back.
Oh, God.
He's going to munch.
All right.
A guy that was top number 6, number 3, number 10 in 3 straight years. I'll take the flyer on him as the 8th quarterback and also pair him with, like T-God said, Tua. Or maybe, like you said, Anthony Richardson, plug and play both of them. Obviously, you'd have to reach for a lot for A-Rich, but
Yeah.
grab Stafford, grab Aaron Rodgers late. You can easily pair them together. I'm taking Kyler at 8 with that upside there all day.
Take him at 8.
day.
You can have him at 8.
I will. He's going at 10, so I'll get him at 10. All right, moving on. Brock Purdy, T-Gods all the way up at 9, Matt at 10. I'm at 13, Q at 17. So Q, I'm going to throw this one back to you.
Wait, you have him 13?
Q has him at 17.
17.
All right, let me
Jesus
just look real quick
Christ.
at my thing. All right.
Who the fuck do you have
You
over?
probably got
ADP's
Kirk over.
11, so it's not that crazy.
I actually got Kirk one behind him. I could make him 18.
Yeah.
I got just a few: A-Rod, Goff, Stafford. That's about as far as I'm going or up. But yeah, if they don't have Ayuk, he's gonna stink, and I think he's still fool's gold. So obviously he was very solid last, like that, as solid as solid can be. But
Yep.
he can't be this good forever. He's Mr. Irrelevant. He can't.
Mr. Irrelevant.
He can be.
What's his ADP? QB what?
11. 97th overall.
Dude,
So he's kind
That
of
is a steal. Oh my god.
he's also kind of the gap quarterback. Like it's Dak 71st, Jordan Love 73rd, Kyler 75th, and then it's like 2 rounds until people start taking Brock at 97.
He's literally
He's the start of that
early-
next tier.
He's early Titans Ryan Tannehill. I took him a year too late, and then he stunk. So this is basically gonna be it.
I respect it. You guys, why are you so high on Brock? I guess not super high, but
I mean, like,
consistency.
I had him for a couple games last year, and it was just, he's just so consistent. He's like a great game manager. He knows how to win games. He's got so many targets, including McCaffrey, who's like insane. He could take any little screen for like 80 yards. That's a free like 10 points. So yeah, I don't know. He's him.
He is
There's
solid.
no denying it. Look, like, he snapped
I
last year.
know. It's hard to deny, but it has to come.
He finished
to an end.
QB6. Come on.
away with this.
Literally. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I have him in that same tier of like right below Dak, that Tua, Aaron Rodgers. Like they're all in that same kind of realm for me. Where like Brock Purdy's just asserted himself into that. Like I'm gonna be a solid top 10 quarterback. I might be 10. I might be 5. We'll see where that ends up. Caleb Williams, number 1 overall pick. I am the highest of us at 15. T-God's at 16. Q and Matt all the way down at 19. His ADP is actually now all the way up to quarterback 12. 4 picks after Brock Purdy. So Matt, I'll throw this one to you. Why are you so much lower than ADP on Caleb Williams? Just more of a wait and see guy this year for you?
Yeah, 100%. I feel that way with most rookies coming into the league. The NFL is a completely different beast than college. But, I mean, I feel like they're just going to give him free reign, basically do what he wants. But I know the Bears got Keenan this offseason, also added Swift, but I don't know. Keenan's just getting older. He has his injury history. DJ Moore is a screen merchant. And
Whoa, don't say that. He's elite.
he's a screen
He
merchant.
got paid like elite. He's elite.
Everybody's getting paid like they're elite nowadays.
He is elite.
But I don't know. I don't know how much I trust that Bears offense as a whole. Like, when's the last time they were good?
Dude, they're historically terrible, man.
It's
For my
so
whole
bad.
life, I've never seen a good Bears team.
No.
It's like that Jay
Greatest thing
Cutler,
that ever
Matt
happened to
Forte,
them.
Brandon
Yeah.
Marshall was like the best.
I was
Alshon
just
Jeffrey.
about to say that.
That was like
And
the best
how old were
offense, but
we?
the defense
Like
wasn't
10?
great.
No, we were
Maybe like 14.
we may have been
Still
freshman
was a
year.
long time ago.
It was like 2016.
Yeah.
No way, was it really?
I don't know if
it was-
Both
Nah, it
played
was
with-
like 2014 probably.
2015. I had
Oh.
whatever. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It really
matter,
doesn't.
but-
But yeah, I think that's kind of the last time they were like. They had that one good year with Trubisky too, but that was so fraudulent it hurt.
So
Yeah,
fraudulent.
we doinked that ass.
But I'm the highest. I'm still lower than ADP there on Caleb Williams. I definitely just I'm inching him a little bit higher just because like if he is good, he's gonna succeed. He has so many weapons around him. Like if Caleb Williams is the truth, it's DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift. They've fed him everything. Cole Kmet's still there. Like this offense is built to put up good numbers on offense. So if Caleb Williams is the rookie of the year, I think he's going to be a top 12 fantasy quarterback. So I'm willing to take him around 15. I'm not really trying to push into the top 12 to take Caleb Williams. I think, again, he's just a good guy to pair with one of those Stafford, Tua, Kirk, whatever. Just like if you want that second quarterback, Caleb Williams might have the upside to get you some points later down the line in the season. Justin Herbert, Q, we're back to you again. 12 here for Jay Herbo. Matt at 16. I'm at 18. T-God's at 19. His ADP is QB 16, so Matt right on the number again.
And that's a cheater, dude. You didn't even change it.
He just looked at the ADP and said, "That's my ranks."
Sounds about right.
114th overall, so he's kind of in that like right after that Purdy range, like Purdy 2 whoever, and then he kind of comes in there. So, why do you still think he could push this top 12 success?
Would your guys' ranks change if he were to still have one of the two wide receivers, Keenan?
Yes, if Keenan was still there, I think I would push him closer to 12.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I forgot all about Josh Palmer, honestly. But he may not be I may push him down in one or two more. I don't think he'll be the best fantasy quarterback. They're definitely going to win more games, and then I could say that he's good. But I can't see them running the ball as much as people may expect with Jim Harbaugh, just because Gus Edwards is a walking ambulance, and what's the other one? Oh no, not Gus Edwards. JK.
JK will play maybe 3 snaps this year.
So you just got to hope for the emerging tight end or wide receivers that they have, and Justin Herbert is still great. So I'm not going to make any crazy take about him finishing top 10, but
he's not great.
He is great.
No, he's
I think
not.
he's good. I think he's very good. I don't know if he's great.
Average.
And now he has no receiver,
average.
so when he sucks this year, it's going to be he sucks.
It's going to be like the Carson Wentz when he fell down and everyone was like, "Oh my god, he absolutely sucks."
I'd rather build around Brock Purdy than Jay Herbo.
Put Brock Purdy on this team.
Put Justin Herbert on the Niners.
Brock Purdy would be the perfect Chargers quarterback right now with like the Jim Harbaugh offense, like just like manage the game, hand the ball off, dump it off. I mean, obviously it works way better in the Niners offense, but Herbert could take the top off that offense. I do agree that I think Herbert's better than Purdy. I would stay with you there, Q.
Nope.
But
I think that was an argument.
Nope. Oh, it is.
You guys is arguing it. I'm not.
There's no way in hell.
I don't think it's that big of a gap, but no. We'll talk about Herbert later. All right.
Look at his last 4 finishes. QB7, QB2, QB15, QB10.
Whoa.
What are you looking at?
What are you looking at, brother? He was QB 17 last year, not 7.
Oh, this is with Herbert's yearly finish.
Get a grip, man. Come on.
Game and 1 quarterback, 6 starts minimum.
Look where Brock Purdy finished last year.
It might be on like a points per game basis, Q. You might be looking at something.
It doesn't matter. He's not finishing top 10.
He did miss 4 games last year, so.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Easton Stick. Better than Brock Purdy.
Stop. Give me Easton Stick over.
I'd rather take an Easton Stick over Brock Purdy.
Stop.
All right, we're moving on to Aaron Rodgers. T-God's all the way up at QB 10. I got him at 12, so I'm not far behind. Matt at 15, Q at 16. We are all at least 4 spots ahead of ADP because Aaron Rodgers right now is going QB 20. 134th overall. T-God, you could start here. Obviously, you're the highest. Why are you so back in on Rodgers?
Really just his history. I mean, the amount of times he's finished 1 and 2 is like insane. I'm trying to count them up here. I can't though. It's too many. Too many times.
Like 8.
Yeah, something like that. He is old and all, but I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Look at Brady. He still snapped all the way to what he was 40
68.
43, 44.
Some
nut shit.
I mean, Breece Hall can catch the ball. Garrett Wilson, I think, he will probably finish top 5. We'll talk about that on the wide receiver episode. I guess Allen Lazard's all right.
Mike Will made it.
They added Malachi Corley too.
Who
Rookie
the
Bowl.
fuck is that?
And
Where did
Mike
Mike?
Williams.
I thought they got Mike
They
Will.
got-
Where'd Mike
They
Will
do
go?
have Mike Williams as well.
I don't see him on here.
Hello,
they
did
got
I
Mike
not
Will.
say that?
You said it first. I
You
You
got
did
didn't
say
say
it.
it. Come on, I'm
You did.
reading and talking. I can't listen to Q's crazy
No,
antics.
but instead you got Sean saying they signed whatever
I was
his name
yapping
is.
about a rookie.
Yeah, what was his name?
Malachi Corley.
Malachi.
I think
You know,
he's gonna be good, though.
he's the new Jeremy Curley.
Ew.
That's gross.
Oh my god, and they got Tariq Cohen.
Another
Yes, they do.
Jets are
Taking,
loaded.
he was taking first team reps 2 months ago.
That's crazy.
They're
Redemption.
wiling
dude.
out.
He's pissed after last year, and he wants to show everybody that he can come back strong.
You want to talk about short? That guy's short.
You're
Yeah.
the only one that wants to talk about short.
Well, if we want to talk about it,
How tall is he? Like 5'7"?
he might be like 5'2".
No
my God,
way.
stop.
Shut
That's why
up.
he's getting hurt.
Oh my god, he's the same height as me.
5'10" then,
5'6".
right?
Oh my god, stop. I wish I was 5'10".
That has to be in shoes.
In his cleats.
Extra long spikes.
All right. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I'm higher on Aaron Rodgers as well. I have him at 12. I think I'm just taking at that point. I'm definitely pairing him with someone, especially after last year when I drafted Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think I drafted a backup, and he died immediately on the field. Hoping that doesn't happen again. But if he's able, obviously, to stay healthy, he has the weapons there to succeed, and he never really needed the crazy weapons throughout his career. When he had less weapons, he still did a lot with them. So
Randall Cobb.
as long as he's got one, he's good, and he's got Garrett, so he'll be fine. All right, that's it for some differences in our ranks versus ADP versus each other, yada yada yada. Let's move on to our favorite target and a quarterback we are avoiding. So this is just kind of a quarterback that you're really looking at targeting in drafts, like when you've been doing mock drafts or whatever. Q, you can start us off. Who is your target heading into the season?
Targeting Matt Stafford. Clearly, him being old does not matter because last year he was still throwing like 30 plus times a game. Beginning of the season, he was throwing like 40 plus, and now he has Puka, so his career has been reemerged. Still has Cooper Kupp, I guess.
Don't say you
But-
guess.
And it doesn't even matter about Kyron Williams being so good. He'll get the ball, and Stafford will still be planning to throw the ball a million times a game. So I think the upside is high. I don't think he did. He had quite a few turnovers. But either way, the touchdowns and yards he's throwing it offset it pretty much. So Stafford is definitely a nice late rounder.
Yeah, he kind of turned it on second half last season, so I think if you get second half Staff, you'll be sitting pretty. T-God's target heading into this season.
I'm probably not going to give a big spiel because we literally just talked about him. I'm targeting Aaron
Just yet.
Rodgers. Targeting Aaron Rodgers for sure, especially for where he's going. You said he's going at QB 20. That's absurd if you get him there.
Free. He's
yeah,
going free.
You may have won your league. But yeah, I don't know. We just talked about it. So Aaron Rodgers, give me him.
Good target. Matt, interesting target here.
I know I'm getting a little bit risky business here, but I am buying into the hype of Anthony Richardson. I mean, the beginning of the season last year, he was so fun to watch. I think if he stayed healthy all season, it would have been him and CJ Stroud and just like a competition between themselves for Rookie of the Year. But I think if he's healthy all year, this season he can have that same type of season that Stroud had last year, which was like QB 7 or something like that. So I like the weapons around him. Obviously, he's going to be a threat at the goal line anytime they're down there. He loves to run it, so I think the touchdown upside and rushing upside is amazing. And Pittman and the rest of the receiving core will get the rest done for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
That's the thing.
love-
What is the rest of his receiving core?
Don't worry about it.
Josh
Hopefully they
Downs,
still
man.
got Mo Alley.
Ashton
Oh yeah,
Dulin?
Downs was nice.
Josh
Oh, yeah,
Downs
I
is
forgot
solid.
about Josh Downs.
And they just drafted Adonai Mitchell, second round, third round. So
I don't see.
you got some young wide receivers, but Pittman's still gonna munch. So
Munchy. Who's their tight end?
Jelani Woods.
yeah, Jelani Woods.
Why is Mo
Yeah,
Alley
tight end's
Cox
not
number
great.
3 under Kylan Granson?
Kylan Granson's nice too.
Granson.
My target, we talked about him a lot already, so I'm not going to go too much into it. Jordan Love, still buying in. Obviously, had a really good season last year. I think I already talked about all of this, but just like the wide receiver core has another year under their belt. This offense feels a little bit more comfortable now after they got through a full season. They had Josh Jacobs. I think this offense is going to look even better than it did this past season. So buying in on the Jordan Love hype. Give me Jordan Love, especially at his ADP.
Take him. You'll be disappointed.
I'll take him at QB9 all day.
Yeah, buddy.
Give me Jordan Love and Kyler, please. I'll just take both.
That's a headache.
It's a great headache to have.
It's a migraine.
Oh, I'll take that migraine. I'll take it right on the chin.
I forgot I don't hate Jordan Love. I just hate Jordan Love when we're comparing him to CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is eons better.
All right, I guess we'll see about that, bud. Moving on to our avoid. So this is quarterback you just are basically avoiding in most drafts, only taking if like pretty much everyone else is gone. So Q, who do you got?
So I am avoiding Trevor Lawrence, Mr. Very Inconsistent. And they lost Calvin Ridley going into the season, which doesn't matter. Yes, it matters. Somewhat, and they lost Zay Jones. So Trevor Lawrence team's a lot worse. He hasn't really proven to be any good, though he got paid. Now they have Mac Jones behind him, so his leash is very short. But
Don't forget, man, they got the graveyard over there. They got Gabe Davis. They got Devin Duvernay. They got Denzel Mims.
Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas actually a good addition.
Yeah.
The rest,
Yeah.
I was joking.
I thought it said Jimmy Scales at the bottom of the word depth chart.
Any.
Joseph Skates. But yeah, Mr. Inconsistent. It's crazy. Last year, most of us, maybe some of us had him as top 10 quarterback, but
Easily.
doesn't really do much for me this year. So
Me neither. I
avoid.
agree.
Same.
Yeah. I don't
Fading.
like him.
It's not
Me
even
neither.
handsome.
Eh.
Fading.
Thanks.
I think his ADP has dropped a ton. Like all the Trevor Lawrence hype has fallen off a cliff. Like it
I
was
wouldn't even look at his
all going
name
into
on
last year.
draft day.
What'd you say?
He's going 4 picks ahead of Kirk at QB 17. So
I would never.
if that tells you,
No. I'm taking Kirk 10 rounds before I take Trevor Lawrence.
Me as well.
I'll take Trev there.
Draft.
I'll take
All
Trev
yours.
there. Fuck
All
it.
Taking
yours.
Trevor with Kirk?
Yeah, I am.
That's diabolical.
With just Christian Kirk, he was QB 8. He might be better. Calvin Ridley might have been the virus.
No.
He does suck.
Kind of
though.
stinks.
He
Once.
Yeah, he was alright. He was like wide
No, he
receiver
wasn't.
17 or
Bro,
something.
the amount of like donuts he put
25
up
or
was
something.
crazy.
He's gonna be different with Will Levis.
We'll see. He
Him
could
and
be.
D-Hop.
He's already getting hype again. It's already like, oh my God, Calvin Ridley turning heads at camp.
I know.
Everybody's getting hype right now.
Catch the ball.
It's wrong.
Speed round bounds.
All right, you guys. To you, avoid who you avoided.
I mean, this was your pick. I just saw it, I liked it, and I took it.
We're riding together.
Jay Herbo. I mean, what can we say here? This guy stinks.
Yeah, I want to know what you can
This
say.
guy stinks. His best pass catcher is Hayden Hurst.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's Josh Palmer.
Come on, bro. They
The
just cleaned
Clippers have
house.
the most career receiving yards.
They don't care
More
about
than
winning
anyone
right
on
now.
that team.
Forgot they had Hayden Hurst.
I don't want a quarterback on a team
Yeah,
that
forgot about Hayden Hurst.
is a dumpster fire. They don't care. The Chargers
Yeah,
don't
right.
care about the team.
I just don't think they care about running the ball now that they have passing the ball now that they have Jim Harbaugh. Like Jim Harbaugh, like has clearly shown in most teams that he coaches, like passing the ball is not a priority. Like Michael Crabtree fell off a cliff once Kaepernick kind of took over. Maybe not fell off a cliff, but obviously his production started going down. Like he's likes to just run. Obviously Herbert probably isn't going to be running himself. He can run a little bit, but
Turn him into Kaepernick.
even whoever is back there, Kamani Vidal, Elijah Dotson, they're still going to get whoever. If all of them get hurt, they're still going to get a guy 20 carries a game if he could. It's just the way he wants to play, run the ball, play good defense. And as much as I love Josh Palmer, DJ Chark, Quentin Johnston, Lad McConkey, like I don't know, it's not a recipe for success here for the Chargers to be like airing it out like they were the past few years.
If they signed or drafted Blake Corum, I wouldn't even rank Justin Herbert because they probably just every play would just be forcing the ball, just hand it off to Blake Corum every play.
Why did
Love
Chris
that.
Paul just tell me that Herbo doesn't stink?
Chris Paul, you're smart.
No, he
He
stinks.
knows his stuff. That's Cliff Paul.
Oh, sorry. That's my
Lad
bad.
is going to be a dog.
Lad could be good. I think Lad probably is obviously the most upside here. He might just get 15 targets a game by default, just trying to pick up on third down after 2 failed runs of Gus Edwards.
Where did we have Anthony Richardson?
We were all a little bit lower than ADP because his ADP is kind of out of control at 6, but he is Matt's target. We just touched on, so.
Yep, I got him at 9. Or I got him.
If you can get him closer to 10,
I got him at 11.
kind of what we're thinking.
Yeah. Somewhere.
Yeah. If you can get him closer to 10, the upside is well worth it. But pushing top 5 is absolutely absurd.
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah, Justin Herbert was my avoid as well. If you guys didn't catch that, avoiding Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Kyler
Not
Murray's also
taking.
my other
I'm
avoid.
like Aguilar.
Lioness.
Lioness.
All right, T-Gods. Not T-Gods. Matt, who was your avoid?
I am avoiding Brock Purdy. He is a
Riding the Q train.
fraud. He is a fraud.
He's
In
not a
regression in every statistical category this year. Touchdowns, yards, you name it.
Wins.
The only thing he's going to get more of is turnovers, especially if they lose Ayuk. That's going to be a huge blow. Debo is like a hybrid maniac, and
It'll
of course,
stink.
he's the best running back in the world, which can only get him so far. I just don't think his talent level is there. The talent around him's great, which makes him great. But you take out one of those pieces, I think he's just going to be.
Who you
very
taking
good.
out?
Ayuk. If he leaves.
Big if.
It's still a big if. He
Yeah,
did show up
he
to camp,
wants
even
out.
though he's
He's
dying
like
to get
walking
out.
around in sweatpants. It's like if
Yeah,
I
he don't
win.
give a fuck. He'll hold out.
Matt, you might as well lead this back into the bold take.
I
You
will.
saw what he did against the Ravens last year. He threw like a million picks.
Yeah,
and this
because he
week
played
one he
real
plays.
defense.
Well, week one he plays the Jets D. So we'll see when he throws.
Oh my
Double.
god, that's scary. I'm
Sauce
benching him
is
week
taking
1
him, yep.
already.
Sauce is picking him off 2 times.
So is Bryce Hall.
Excuse me.
Bryce Hall, the other cornerback.
Bold takes, Matt. Bold take.
Bold take. Brock Purdy finishes outside the top 12. Gave you my spiel already. He's a fraud. When he finishes 14th, don't come crying to me. I tried to tell you.
All
He's
right,
gonna
the
be-
party hate's going too far,
No,
and
it's
I don't
not.
even like him.
He's not good.
Still gonna be solid.
He's not good.
Purdy over Herbo.
The team's too good.
Can't get behind that.
All right. Q. Q. Who's your bold take?
Patrick Mahomes finishes outside the top 8.
That's wild.
You know what? If you're gonna be 8, you might as well be 10. He'll finish 10
Oh my
or
God.
less. Team is worse.
Wow.
Hollywood Brown's not a great addition. Rashee Rice might go to prison. Kelsey is in love and fat, and yeah, big run game. You're all Isaiah Pacheco, and
This take's so wild.
who else do they have? I know they have another good running back, not Clyde. They still have what's his name? The old guy. Who's the
Old
guy?
guy?
The running
Jerick
back.
The
McKinnon?
running backs?
Yeah, McKinnon. No, he's not there anymore.
No,
Oh,
they have Keontae Ingram. I don't know, dude.
Outside top 10,
They
Patrick
added-
Mahomes. I don't give a damn about their depth chart.
You're
And
bugging.
Deneric Prince is continuing to serve as the
You-
second running back.
And you know who's going to replace him when he stinks halfway through the season? Carson Wentz.
Oh my god.
Ooh, please. Carson Wentz resurgence.
So washed.
Please.
So
please.
washed.
You guys are going. Q, you're going way off the rails. Mahomes has never finished lower than 8, so outside
Alright.
top 8 is so spicy.
Never say never. Never say
So
never.
spicy. T-God's bold QB take. What do you got?
Bold take here.
If you have one.
It's not too bold because it happened last year, but I'm taking Tua top 10 again. He finished 9 last year, played every single game, so you love to see that.
Surprise.
And the team literally didn't change. I mean,
They added OBJ.
okay, they
Yeah.
added OBJ.
Already heard, I think.
Don't think that matters much. I mean,
No, it doesn't.
the only thing that could really like be for the better, I guess, is Waddle plays more than like 3 games. No, he played 14 last year. I swear he missed so much more than that.
He left.
They got Jonnu too.
Did they
And
really?
who also clears Kyle Pitts, by the way. Yeah, Jonnu Smith.
I was gonna say who is their tight end? Durham Smythe is their starter.
Yeah, he stinks. Jonnu was kind of wasn't he like? I swear he had a
Better
couple
than
games
We
last
saw
year
it
where
last year.
he like went dummy.
Clears Pitts.
Easily.
Everyone clears Pitts. But yeah, I don't know. Tua did it last year, and his offense is amazing. And he stayed healthy last year. It's a great sign.
Yep.
It is a great sign. Definitely like that one there. Mine is bold, as always. Kyler stays healthy. Top 5 QB. Again, back to greatness.
Only one bold
Marvin
take.
Harrison
Two.
Jr.
Yeah,
Marvin Harrison
that
Jr.
is
is
two
gonna-
bold takes. That's crazy.
It is 2 bold takes. So all of the big giant bold take in one. Marvin Harrison Jr. 1,500 yards as a rookie. He's going dummy. Trey McBride 1,000 yards. Kyler, he's going nuts. Cardinals are going to be decent this year, and Kyler's going to be competitive. So I'm back in on the Kyler train. He's going to run like hell.
All right.
Give me him all
Take
day.
him. Literally
There's,
take him, please.
That bold
Take
take, pure bias. That's all it is. Pure bias and prayers that
takes.
Kyler is good again, because I miss him being good.
All right. God bless.